Over the past 12 months, nearly 10,000 people have applied to work at Trade Business Accountants, and we've only hired a handful. Not because we're slow to grow, but because we're on the hunt for the most talented professionals in the country. So before you decide to apply, let me explain what we're all about, how we operate, and why we're so intentional about who joins the team. Trade Business Accountants was founded in 2021, and every year since we've grown, both in size, team, and the value of our service. As you can probably tell by the name, we focus on the construction industry because we believe these people are the backbone of our society. They build the houses we live in, install the electricity we rely on, lay the pipes that carry our water, and build the roads we drive on. But time and time again, we see their accounting letting them down. In fact, for most new clients we onboard, we uncover missed deductions, outdated structures, or simple errors that have already cost the owners tens of thousands of dollars. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because they're receiving a reactive service. Surprise tax bills show up days before the deadline. Simple questions go unanswered for weeks, things get missed, decisions get made too late, and there's never any real plan, so they end up paying more tax than they should. Because while many firms demand great work from their team, rarely do they provide the environment and the time to actually do it. Instead, they spread their team far too thin across far too many clients, leaving no time to review their goals, provide advice, and help them legally reduce their tax. So owners stay stuck. They don't know what's coming, when it's due, or what they can even do about it. Not to mention their books are usually a mess or riddled with errors too. But here at TBA, that's not how we operate. We work exclusively with Australian trade and construction business owners. From solo operators to multi-entity groups turning millions, our goal is simple: to help our clients gain clarity, confidence, and control over their tax to finally keep more of what they make. And from just one strategy session with our team, many owners finally get what they've been chasing for years: total clarity on what they owe, when it's due, and a tailored plan to make sure they're not overpaying tax. In fact, a new client recently said they learned more in the first 20 minutes with TBA than they had in the past 18 months with their past accountant. This is why we exist. And if that's the mission, we need to operate at a different standard to most firms. See, over the recent years, the world of work has changed in a big way, but many accounting firms haven't kept up, continuing to operate like they're frozen in time. This old way of doing things says work to make a living, while at TBA, we say work to make a difference. Follow explicit directions versus help chart the course. Juggle work and life. Harmonize work and life. Forced to come to the office, connect to work from home. Valued measured by time versus value measured by results. But what does that actually look like in practice? Well, it starts with autonomy. This is a high trust, high autonomy firm because great people need freedom to do their best work. We hire professionals who are true experts in their field. We support them in their role, but then we step aside to let them focus on what they do best. There's zero micromanagement, no breathing down your neck, and no clock watching because you'll have the trust you own your workflow end to end, and we measure outcomes, not minutes. Work from home. Just as important as the work itself is how you live while you do it. Being a fully remote firm, we're not confined to a single city or postcode. This means we can serve clients across Australia and, better yet, employ the most talented people in the country. It also means that instead of losing hours of your life in a daily commute to the office, you start work from home and you finish work from home, giving you back time that most professionals struggle to find. That's time for family, time for health, and time for a life outside of work. You're still expected to perform at a high level just as you would physically in office. Remote doesn't mean disconnected, and we have very high standards. It's just, to us, it doesn't matter where you sit. What matters is that you do an exceptional job. Compensation, because you might be thinking working from home sounds great, but at what cost? Will you have to compromise on your pay just because of the different working arrangement? The answer is no. Just because your job is remote doesn't mean you have to sacrifice pay. Compensation at TBA is the same as if you were physically in office. We want exceptional people to be a part of what we're doing here, and exceptional people are worth what they're worth regardless of where they're located. Quality work. Most firms demand great work, but they don't actually give you the time to do it. And that can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you take true pride in your craft and you know that things could have been done better. Which is why at TBA, we don't run a sausage factory. You won't be stuck doing anonymous churn and burn data entry, juggling an overloaded client list that makes proactive work impossible, or having to deal with unrealistic timelines and expectations that force you into reactive, rushed decisions. Instead, you'll get space to think clearly, to solve problems properly, and to take the time to understand the why behind the numbers and ask better questions, because that's what allows us to give our clients real value with real direction. We also deliberately structure capacity so that quality never gets sacrificed, and there's never any need to play catch up after hours. Culture. You don't want to be in a toxic workplace filled with clashing egos, pointless meetings, or silly office politics, and neither do we. We have an amazing team culture here at TBA with passionate, down-to-earth people, and we fight like hell to protect that because we've all experienced the difference it makes when you work with happy, high-performing professionals versus people who are negative, complacent, and really just comfortable with doing the bare minimum. We're highly collaborative and every voice is valued, so you'll never feel like just another cog in a large machine. And you can raise issues, suggest changes, and challenge inefficiency without fear. We also don't have pointless timesheets or fake productivity metrics with an aim to really just try to reduce the pressure that naturally comes with what we do. Because burnout shouldn't be the price of being good at your job. And what we're building here is simple. Great people, meaningful work, and real client impact. And we want new additions to our team to further this culture, not hinder it. Flexibility. We're very accommodating with appointments, family commitments, and desired time off. And we like the term work-life rhythm because for any professional to operate at their best, there needs to be harmony between the two. It can't just be one or the other. So you're trusted as a professional to get your work completed to a very high standard. And in return, you have genuine flexibility around how you structure your day to help support a life outside of work. Growth. We're a modern, fast-growing firm. That means that current roles shift and change, new positions become available, and there are opportunities to advance your career. Also, progression here isn't based on tenure. It's based on mastery. When you consistently demonstrate strong judgment, leadership, and ownership in your role, there's going to be opportunity to progress. We invest heavily in our people, both professionally and personally, and if there's training that grows your skill set and adds value to the firm and our clients, we'll happily cover it. Impact. Here, the work really matters. You'll be helping ambitious trade and construction business owners, people employing teams, supporting families, and taking real financial risks. And the advice that you give isn't theoretical. It influences hiring decisions, investment decisions, cash flow, structures, whether a business expands confidently or whether they hesitate, or whether an owner sleeps well at night or lies awake worrying about their finances. And that responsibility is real because when the numbers are clean, the advice is proactive, and the strategy is clear, we really do change people's lives. And these examples are just some of the many reasons why so many people are wanting to join and be a part of what we're building here. Okay, so now let's get honest about who this isn't for though. If you need constant direction to stay productive, this won't suit you. If you prefer hiding behind spreadsheets instead of being client-facing and driving outcomes, you won't enjoy it here. If feedback makes you defensive instead of better, this isn't the right environment. If small errors don't bother you, you'll feel friction from our team. And if you're looking for a slow, traditional accounting role with low expectations and minimal ownership, this definitely isn't it. Now, the inverse of that is what kind of person thrives here. We're extremely selective, and to be clear, that's intentional, and we're looking for people who take quiet pride in precision. They care about getting the details right. They don't wait to be told what to do. They see something and they sort it. They communicate early instead of avoiding hard conversations. They're quick thinkers who can move fast when something needs attention. They're passionate about their work and helping people. They have a positive glass half full can-do attitude, and they genuinely want clients to win. People like that quickly feel at home here because they're surrounded by others who think the same way. You'll also need strong foundations technically. That's proven experience in Australian public practice, relevant qualifications with degrees or professional bodies, confidence in modern cloud systems like Xero, XPM, Dext, Asana, SharePoint, Excel, Teams, all those sorts of programs, a solid understanding of ATO requirements, and extremely high attention to detail. And we want people who align with our core values too, like play to win. We're here to produce exceptional outcomes, not average ones. We move with intention and urgency. We measure performance. We take pride in results that stand out. So playing to win means clients are better off because of us, deadlines are met, and our standards outperform the market. We compete against complacency, inefficiency, and mediocrity, starting with ourselves. Undeniable character. Our reputation is built on the caliber of people we allow into the room. Undeniable character means you are trusted without hesitation by clients and by your teammates. You are consistently the type of person who people are proud to associate with, both personally and professionally. You tell the truth even when it's uncomfortable, you do what's right when no one is watching, and you operate with maturity and professionalism at all times. Extreme ownership. Every challenge, mistake, and solution is ours to own. We don't blame, deflect, or wait for somebody else to fix our problems. We take responsibility for outcomes, we follow up proactively, we escalate early, and we close loops fully. Ownership extends beyond completing tasks. It includes protecting workflow, supporting the team, improving systems, and making sure nothing falls through the cracks. And finally, raise the bar. Excellence isn't a goal, it's a habit. And we don't just meet standards, we strive to elevate them. Raise the bar means improving processes, mentoring others, thinking commercially, and strengthening the firm beyond our own workload. Not just having high standards in a single moment, but consistently increasing the baseline, always refining something, improving workflows or service quality, because every small improvement compounds over time. You leave systems, clients, and people better than you found them, and you constantly lift performance across the team. If you align with these core values, then chances are you're going to love it here. So what can you expect when you apply? During the process of your application, we're primarily looking at 3 things. First, your trajectory, what you've done, proven experience, and where you want to go next. Second, your capability, your technical depth, how you think, how you solve problems, how you drive real outcomes. And third, alignment. That's how you communicate, handle feedback, make decisions, and how you show up as a teammate. If there's alignment, we move quickly on a decision. If there isn't, we're honest and respectful. So if you've checked out our website, social media, you've had a look at our job ads, and this video resonates with what you're looking for in your next opportunity, send through your resume and a genuine cover letter outlining why you specifically are the best suited person to join our team. Even if we're not actively advertising for an open position, we're always interested in meeting great people. So feel free to apply just through our website. But just know that if you don't submit a cover letter, you won't be considered. And if your cover letter is generic or it's clearly AI generated responses, you again won't be considered. So with all that being said, this is who we are here at TBA, how we operate, and what joining the team would look like. If this sounds like exactly what you're looking for in your next opportunity, then apply today and we'll get in touch soon.